Remember when the internet was just about porn and poker? Cast back to the end of 2007. International delegates converged on an island in Indonesia to talk about how to deal with climate change. But who was talking, and who got to listen? OneWorld.net made another island on the virtual world of Second Life, where anybody with an internet connection could listen in and join in to transmissions from the conference. We gave chat rooms a new meaning. This was virtual Bali. And this is me. I just got off a 10-hour flight, which is ironic because the conference was all about reducing the amount of greenhouse gases we're pumping into the atmosphere, including by flying. Scientists are telling us that to avoid the worst effects of climate change, we've got less than 10 years to radically cut down on greenhouse gas emissions. I was in Bali to set up a link between the conference and the Second Life site so more people could engage without getting on a plane.
So we've been having a lot of problems today.
Thing is, back in Washington, I'm usually the one writing the articles.
Where's my cord?
Not doing the wiring.
Input, need input.
This was a combination of technology and people that had never been done quite this way before.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. This is rather chaotic. We had a sound problem, but we're back. And we're in the middle of an incredibly busy corridor where people are moving the camera in order to get past.
The plan was, record interviews with climate commentators at the Bali conference, broadcast the interviews on Second Life's One Climate Island, take questions from the avatars, representing real people in different countries, and have them answered by the real-life interviewees.
We're apparently going live early and our guests are showing late, which is a problem. Standing by, waiting for cue.
Welcome to Second Life.
Here in Bali for the United Nations climate change negotiations.
Things were working, more or less, and people were tuning in from all over. One guy was even from Turkmenistan, hardly your average Washington policy wonk. But not very many people were tuning in. And a secret? It was me and my One World colleagues making up the questions.
Hi, is it possible to turn off the fountains in the Flamboyant Lounge again tonight?
We needed a higher profile. We knew we could make good content, but could we get enough publicity to fill the seats? And enough people for someone else to ask questions? We needed an Al Gore.
We, the human species, face a planetary emergency.
Biggest audience the conference got. Everyone listens to Al Gore.
Al Gore mania. Mania. They love him here. They love Al Gore. I do too.
Then, our big chance turned up.
The biggest guy in the United States Congress on global warming. Instead of coming to Bali to give his speech, he's decided to stay in the US, not spend the carbon dioxide emissions by traveling across the world, and give his speech via Second Life on our island.
The press would go wild. I started getting the word out. Best $6 One World ever spent.
So right now, we need to scramble and see if we can get a room. Are there any rooms anywhere? Is there any rooms with internet connection? So I had no idea that there was the high-level session is happening at the exact same time tomorrow. Terrible planning, terrible.
On One Climate Island, avatars were turning up. But back in the conference center, no one seemed interested.
Yeah, well, if you guys are free in about 9 minutes, Marky's going to be on.
I don't know. I'm going to go see how busy Plenary 2 is.
All right, good luck.
Thanks.
Trying to round up a crowd, but I don't think it's going to happen with the Prime Minister of Australia signing the Kyoto Protocol at the same moment.
There was no time for more crowd wrangling. We just had to go for it.
The mic is in. It's not picking up our audio. So we got nothing. Got it. We're good.
So Chairman Markey, thank you for teleporting your way to virtual Bali.
Thank you, Sue. I believe that I am the first member of the United States Congress to be introduced by someone with a blue dragon on her shoulder.
And this funny thing started happening. The conference people started watching, like they'd remembered there was a world out there, even if it was virtual.
But now we are serious again, and this bill, in my opinion, will become the law before the end of this year.
Now we had a profile, and a model for other people to use, an open platform for talk on climate change, for high profilers and people who'd never had access before. Everyone talks in vague general terms. Oh, we need to harness the power of new technologies. But this is a concrete example of one thing we can do. We can't hold this whole conference and all the negotiations on Second Life. Of course, people are going to need to fly to a centralized location to meet each other. But maybe not everybody.
Thank you for joining me today on the virtual island of Bali created by One Climate in Second Life.
That was wonderful. That was fantastic. What did you think? I mean, I thought it was great.
Virtual Bali was a real-life success story. We'd made the technology and the vision work. I could pack up and celebrate, far away from cables and computers.
I haven't been out of the booth in days. I feel like I could have been in Scranton the last week.
Okay, so talking at the conference or online is just the start. But this way, more people can connect with what we need to do to prevent the worst effects of climate change. The next big climate change conference is in Denmark, December 2009. This time, One Climate Island will be in virtual Copenhagen. Come join us, save some carbon. Show we can do something about climate change while we talk about doing something about climate change.